And welcome to Community Viewpoint. Once again, I'm your host, John Pollock, and Maria's not here today. She'll be back next week, and we have a lot of information to push your way this afternoon or this evening. Yeah, I got to take this off. It's channel 46, not 41 again, so I'll have to cut the old logo off. So I got to wear the T-shirts. I got them for free. So tonight we'll be talking with some folks from the Nye Community Coalition. We have Tim and Laura with us here, and they're going to be talking about a lot of the things that the coalition does, and they do a real lot of things. They're one of the real positive groups in Pahrump. They do so much for adolescents, for the people who are regular adults, and the seniors like myself, and people looking for work, and there are just so many facets to the Nye Community Coalition. So we'll have Tim and Laura tell us a little bit why they're here today, because some things are coming up in the near future. And let's go to Tim and Laura, and what do you have for us this evening?
Would you like to start, or would you like me to start?
Well, first of all, we're taping on Friday, and I wanted to explain my shirt.
Oh, okay.
So we're at the coalition, and I'd like to see the entire community embrace it. But after I moved here, I've started tie-dye Fridays. So we're here on Friday. I didn't bend from my usual guideline. Some people know me for my tie-dye on Fridays, but that's what the shirt's all about. So I like to have a little fun at work.
And he's not wearing his tie-dye socks. He has the whole gamut when he wants to tie-dye, and he's not quite to that. And my tie-dye ripped, so I haven't been able to purchase new ones. I was going to do that today, but now I'm not going into Vegas, so maybe one of these Fridays I'll be in my tie-dye also.
So maybe we'll call it the Tie-Dye Coalition.
There you go.
There you go.
On Fridays.
On Fridays only.
Tie-dye Friday. So basically we have, just as kind of a reminder, the coalition has really three different directions that we focus our programs in.
Okay.
And
no, let's go.
okay, three different areas that we focus our programming. One is prevention and wellness, which is really what Laura's going to talk about with our Hope Run coming up. So everything that we do with drug and alcohol and tobacco prevention. And then we have our youth workforce program, which we'll talk a little bit about later, and then our adult workforce program. So those are kind of our three areas of focus.
Yeah, the reason that Tim stopped and we lost the monitor here, I'm assuming, Jeff, we're still recording? Yes, we're okay.
Okay.
So that's good. And so really the our youth workforce program is really for youth, for boys and girls, men and women actually, from 16 to 21 years of age. So they can be in school, they can be out of school, and the program really starts with helping that youth, that 16 to 21 year old. The first focus is really helping them complete an academic credential. And what that really means is we have tutors, we have homework help, and we can help them if they're struggling in school a little bit to get to that high school diploma. If they have quit school or if they dropped out and have now realized that they need to get that GED, we have classes for that as well, and we can help them with that. You know, and then within that program, we move on to some volunteer work experiences, usually on our campus. And if they're successful with that, they move on to some more volunteer time, but they actually get a paid stipend as part of that. And again, for those that are successful with that program, it can actually lead to paid on-the-job training, which could be on our site. It could be in our upcoming Campus Cafe. We could talk about that.
We can?
Yeah, we can. It's official now.
Okay.
We're going to be opening a cafe here in a couple of months.
This is really exciting, folks.
And then we're actually partnering with the high school with their CNA program, and we can have some youth in this program that are juniors in high school.
And for those who don't know what CNA is?
Certified Nursing Assistant.
Yes.
So it's a certificate to kind of get a start in the healthcare profession. So we have all kinds of opportunities. But the program, it seems like it's complicated and it's kind of hard to talk about it around the table. So we are starting information sessions that are twice a month. So it's good for somebody that's interested in learning about it, a parent or grandparent or a guardian, to stop by. But on the second and fourth Tuesdays of every month at 3 in the afternoon to stop by our campus, and we have basically a 1-hour information session, and that's how people can learn how they qualify for the program or not. So the next one from this taping will be on March 13th.
So these brochures, these pamphlets are out in the community also?
Yes, yep. One of the things that I'm doing is I'm getting out and meeting with youth groups and anywhere, any organization or agency, church or community service organization that has any interaction with youth. I'd be glad to come and talk to them about this program. And we have probably 40 or more openings in this program right now. So we have funding for these youth, for these experiences.
And there is some qualifications for it. So a lot of the youth who are in need, this is a great opportunity for them because they get a lot of resources.
Yes.
And so it's a very good thing for them to come and check out and to find out about, and that the resources, not only through us, but we have information on other resources that are available in our community to help them. So it's a great opportunity, like I said, for the youth in our community, or older youth in our community.
Yeah, because I know you, some of the youngsters, the
A 21-year-old still a youngster.
yeah, we had them at the library too, working with us
Right.
as assistant librarians or whatever.
Absolutely.
And we had some great talent thing, and we thank you for those. And hopefully they have something else to put on their resume, something more for a learning experience, life experience for them.
That's right. And we've had a number of businesses in our community also use our youth through the on-the-job training and then maintain them, hire them
That's even
permanently.
better, yeah.
So, and that's what it's all about, is they attain their education, they realized what it takes to get a job and
Get out
hold
there,
a
yeah.
job and actually
Be responsible.
be responsible, and how much they get back when they did give what was part of the program. And all of a sudden it was like, okay, there's a better understanding of what it takes to operate, because a lot of the youth just don't have that information and realize that it does make a little difference to how you present yourself to people in the first place, and then they're willing to talk to you a little bit more. So, and get to know the real you.
Yes.
So it's very important, and I think the program's fantastic.
Oh, it is. It is. So what else do we have going on over there?
And he was talking about, we have prevention, and it's really prevention and wellness. So it's about everything that keeps people and environments healthy. And we have a Hope Run coming up, and it's called Hope because it's healthy organizations, people, and environments.
Oh, okay.
And it's on March 24th, and it's our 3rd annual run. Last year we literally got blown right out. They blew all the equipment and everything. So this one is going to be at Mountain Falls Golf Club.
Okay.
It's going to start there, and it's going to be marked as to the rest of the run. Again, it's a 10K or 5K, 1 mile walk, and it says 10K, 5K run. If you want to come and walk it, I don't have a problem with that. Nobody has a problem with that. We will wait until everybody finishes. And I personally don't run. I walk.
Yes.
So if I was going to do it, I may sign up for the 5 or 10K, but I would not run it. So we're going to have people there, and water stations. The Desert View Hospital and Valley Electric Association in Mountain Falls are helping support it this time. We've gotten a lot more community buy-in.
Yes.
Now that it's the 3rd one. We've got Drug Court Judge Wonker and Judge Lane are offering incentives to those in the drug court who want to participate. I'm not quite sure what Judge Lane is offering, but I know Judge Wonker said if they pay to participate in that, she's going to waive their fees for that
week.
Time for that week, so that it's not going to cost them any more than it normally would. They're going to get a T-shirt from us, one from drug court, and participate in a healthy activity. We've had drug court participants for the previous 2 years, and both times they've been like, I didn't realize people did this in our community. I didn't realize there was something else going on. And that's part of what we are about too, is having people realize there are a lot of good things happening in our community, that there's a lot of healthy activities, that it doesn't all have to be just what they see around themselves.
Right.
The race fees are $35 to participate in the 10 or 5K and $25 for the 1 mile walk. If the youth is under 15 years of age, it's only $5 with a paid adult, or 15 if they want the T-shirt, because that is our biggest cost for this run is to buy the T-shirts. I just hope a lot of people call and want some information on it. It's a really good thing. And then the proceeds, what we do have come in, support prevention programming. It will be in the, we do like Red Ribbon Week, because Safe and Drug-Free Schools has been totally cut from the federal and state funding. And so that allows us to go in and do a week of prevention programming in every school in Nye County.
Well, so you'll pick up the slack on that.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
fantastic.
So we there's I hope people have paid attention, but we had the bracelets, and when people wore the bracelets, businesses around town were giving them free items or discounted items. So they would get like a free ice cream cone from Seymour's. I'm not sure what'll happen. We don't have that at all close to in line right now, but a lot of the businesses have supported the prevention programming for that weekend throughout the year. And along with that is something else that I'm here to talk about, is we have grant funding available to do prevention programming in our counties. Actually, Nye, Esmeralda, and Lincoln County are the areas that we cover. And this, we have available funds up to $120,000 right now. They're telling us that can change. It's state and federal funding, so it can change at any time until the papers are truly signed. And this is for substance abuse prevention. So whatever type of programming. We've funded West Care to go in and do life skills in the high school and middle schools. They have done it in the elementary school before. It's whatever. The people who apply do have to be part of a 501c3, non-governmental, not-for-profit, or a governmental agency. So the school district could do it. Health and Human Services could actually apply. And it's for what it's got to be a evidence-based program. We're not just going to give somebody money for them to say, I just want to go in and hand out a brochure. There's got to be evidence behind it.
We're doing with Tony Mendoza with the audio, the videos, the tapes, and they're fantastic.
Yeah, and methodologies we did through when Francie Winters was here. That was funded through this type of funding. I had it for 4 years, where they applied 1 year and then just had to give continuation as long as they were doing what they said they would do. Then they received funding the next year. This is a brand new pot of money. That other pot's gone. So it's open for everybody to apply for again. And
excellent.
so that's what's happening. We like to keep it to youth and families. That's what the SAPTA, which is the State Prevention Agency, gears it to. But we know that, and we've also funded no to abuse parenting programs both here and in Tonopah, because if we have healthier parents, we have healthier youth.
Yes.
So it doesn't necessarily, when I say prevention program, it's not like when I did the nagging here and just talk about specific substances or something. That's all part of it. But we also realize parenting program and other programs can come into prevention, because if you have healthy family units, your youth that are out in the community and the adults out in the community are healthier.
That's right. You spent a lot of time on the air too. I remember that.
Did,
it's coming back to me now.
It was
on that station.
That's right. It was a long time ago. I had somebody in Walmart just 2 weeks ago say, I remember your program. I was like, well, people were watching it. But the thing about my funding is it just came open. I have a bidders conference on Monday, which they'll miss, but they don't have to attend it. It's online. But the letter of intent, if they want to apply for funding, has to be to me by March 9th, so that I know who's looking for what amount, so that I can make sure that we can cover what people are asking for. And then it'll go through the regular grant process. So the application will be due to me on March 23rd. All this information is on our website. And I can give the information to Jeff so it can be run on the
We'd appreciate
thing. And it's
that,
www.nyec.org.
Okay.
So it's just Nye Communities Coalition. If you Google us, come up and click on it, and all the application and budget forms and everything that's required will be on the website at that time.
And if they have any issues, they can call you.
And they can call me, and I can email the information. Somebody asked why we were doing the webinar online and having email. The reporting requirements require you to have computer to report. There's state information that you have to enter monthly and everything. So if you don't have a computer system, you wouldn't be eligible for it, because that is one of the eligibility requirements, is to be able to do the reporting that's required by the state government.
Okay, so once again, if you're interested in this grant, you have to be looking, who are you going to be helping? You're going to be looking for families?
Yeah, it's for youth in the community, but it means parenting or anything that helps that youth. It's the school district. We've done, again, prevention programs and programming in the school district for all ages. We've done pre-K parenting program. We've done adult programs. We've done intermediary. I mean, it means more than just one specific class for a youth. There's a lot of things that go into prevention. If you want more information, you can call me and I can tell you whether it would fit under the guidelines that they require.
So if you've got the idea, don't lose it. Call the coalition and find out if this is something that you want to move forward with, and you'll go out of your way to.
Absolutely. And I mean, teaching youth gardening can be a prevention programming as long as it's backed up with other information. Because as long as they're learning new skills and care for the community and caring for the environment, that makes them a better person, and that gives them other options. So truly, again, I don't want them to think it's just like what I enjoy doing, going and doing the classes on substances of abuse. There are many aspects to prevention, so please give me a call and we can talk about, truly, does this fit? Is it part of it? What is going on? And we can see if it fits like positive action that that Tony Mendoza does. It's one that's flexible as long as you're teaching the ideas and getting that point across. You have a lot of flexibility on how you get that point across, because decision making is part of prevention. So you gather the information and you learn how to make a reasonable decision, which we all hope we do as adults, but we still make our mistakes. But all part of that is also, learning from your mistakes, knowing that just because you've done one thing wrong doesn't mean there's no hope for you at all. That's all part of prevention. So it's not even, I've never done it. It's like, well, okay, I've been doing it. I'll quit. I won't do it anymore, so I'll prevent future use. So there's a lot of aspects that can fit under that.
A great resource, the Nye Community Coalition. It's what's the website again? NYE.
Yeah, www.nyecc.org.
So that's easy to find. You can Google that, or you can Yahoo it, or MSN, whatever you.
Any search engine will eventually get you to us. And again, it covers Nye, Esmeralda, and Lincoln County. We don't think just Pahrump.
No,
we support Pahrump a lot because we do have the majority of the population here. But we have funded lots of programs in Tonopah, Duckwater, anywhere that they want us to go.
Duckwater, yes, I've been up there, the little schoolhouse.
It is.
Oh, it's beautiful up there.
And great people up there.
Yes,
I they call and invite me up, and I'm always, you bet. Just tell me when and where.
So you travel all around then for the
I cover Nye, Esmeralda, and Lincoln County.
Oh my goodness.
I literally put a lot of miles. That's why calling me is always a good thing, to make sure that I'm there. People try to drop by, and that's not always the best option. Like I was in Mesquite Wednesday, I was in Beatty, I'm in Tonopah next Wednesday, I'm in Boulder City next week also. So it's always better to call and make sure I'm there. Love to see you, but dropping by isn't always the best option for me.
Well, she's been doing all the talking. You got anything?
I was thinking so too.
Yeah,
I tell you,
you're the most colorful one, but
that's all right.
People let me talk. I'm okay with it.
That's fantastic.
The website brings up a good point. We have a pretty in-depth monthly newsletter that we do, and there's actually a button for that right on the front page of our website as well, right where you're going to find this grant information. If you just click on the whatever the month is, we'll be posting the March newsletter, and there's 10 pages of in-depth information and a calendar of what's going on. So it's always a great way to know what's going on with the coalition. Is check on that that newsletter. But yeah, in a couple of weeks we actually have
some for me, older people.
Yeah, and I'm on my way, but I'm not there yet.
All right.
So,
But we do both qualify for AAR.
and we're not going to talk about that. though. But Nathan Adelson Hospice is actually holding a senior resource carnival. So folks like you, John, and probably plenty for me to learn too, are doing really a resource carnival. So it's going to be all the services and activities and things that seniors are going to be interested in. And that's going to be at the Coalition on our campus on Wednesday, March 14th from 10 to 2. So a lot of the activities, the health fairs and things that we typically do end up being on Saturdays. This is actually a midweek. So Wednesday, March 14th from 10 to 2, Nathan Adelson will be hosting the Senior Resource Carnival on the campus, 1020 East Wilson. Still the former Mance Elementary School, but...
And that's a lot of good information, but we do have something fun coming up, and he gets to talk all about this because he's done it before, and he's bringing it to us.
And what Laura's talking about is we have a new activity that's going to be coming up in mid-April, and it's actually a Monopoly game tournament.
Oh, you mentioned that. Yeah, that's something different.
Yeah, an organization that I worked for before I moved to Nevada. We use this all the time, and it's exactly what it sounds like. We actually partner with Hasbro Games.
And they donated the amount of games, didn't they?
Yeah,
So
Hasbro actually has a structured tournament process. So
You don't use a mouse and a keyboard for this, right?
you do not. This
it's
is
a board game.
this
It's
is
for our age.
Yeah,
It's a
You
board
have to
game in
move
the
your
center of the
piece.
table, and you know, we all kind of grew up with maybe our own versions of playing Monopoly, where you know some of the fines a different thing, and the money went in the middle. I mean, that's the way I used to play. And if it landed on free parking,
You got the cash.
You got the cash. Nope. Strict tournament rules. We'll have a judge there that will explain it. We'll all play it. The same game, the same rules, and the games are 90 minutes long. So
you've got the original ones, you're not the special ones like the Simpson version or anything. You've got
this is Monopoly game tournament.
With the top hat and the...
Yeah.
Although
race car.
I have seen in my experience, there are some hardcore Monopoly game players out there, and I have seen people show up with gold pieces, a gold top hat.
Whoa.
That is their piece to play with. Now, we haven't done that. We haven't seen that yet. Maybe we will in April, maybe not. But
Oh, that's interesting.
some people take it very seriously. But the fun thing about this, it's going to be on a Thursday and Friday afternoon. We'll have more information out next month on it, but there'll be 90-minute games. And I might as well announce the date on Thursday, April 19th at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Anybody from 12 years old and up can enter to play. And we're going to have 100 spaces to play. So literally in our multi-purpose room, there will be 20 Monopoly games going on at the same time.
Wow.
If you win your game, if John wins his game,
When John wins his game.
if John beats the 12-year-olds at his table, he'll be eligible to come back the next day and play in a semifinal round.
Oh, okay.
So all of the winners from Thursday, from that qualifying round, will play in a semifinal round, and that will group down to a championship game at 5 o'clock on Friday, April 20th. 90-minute games.
Yeah.
And usually in the qualifying round, the games are 90 minutes. When we get the winners playing against each other, there's a tendency to bankrupt the opposing players. And usually the championship game, people are getting pretty serious about it, and we'll have a fabulous trophy prize.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Fabulous.
but it's free to enter. It'll be a great fun activity, and it'll be a lot of fun for the entire family.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
This is part of what we're talking about this is prevention also. I mean, having alternative activities, having things for people to do in the community is huge.
Yes.
And that's why Tim has been so fantastic when he's come in, because he's giving a lot of information and a lot of ideas for us that we didn't necessarily think about. I mean, we knew about our alternative activities, but he's bringing in so many things that he had done where he was at in Duluth and Superior. And all of a sudden it's like, wow, we just hadn't thought of that. And what fun, and the people have really enjoyed the other activities. And again, this is part of it, having something to do in our community. And we don't have our movie theater or anything, but come and interact with people and get to know other people and enjoy the game.
And
Have
it's
fun.
centrally located. It's really easy to get to the old man's school. It's right over there by Walmart, by the near the library, and it's a bicycle ride. It's easy to access, so this is great. This is stuff that we should have had some years ago, but thanks to you folks, Stacy, and the rest of the folks that are at the campus. You can call it a campus, right?
Absolutely.
We call it.
That's what you call it.
And now, saying that,
if
Campus Cafe.
If we still have a few minutes left.
We only have 1 minute. We
All
do
right.
the thing for the campus camp.
Okay. The Campus Cafe, check the local media recently, but in about 2 to 3 months, we will actually be opening a cafe, a restaurant,
A luncheon
out of the
cafe.
multi-purpose room, and we've partnered with Susan Delisle, the executive chef at Mountain Falls, and Mountain Falls is really helping us get started with that. So I know time is short today, so.
And Home Depot is giving us funding for raised beds so we can do herbs and stuff that will be used in the cafe.
Fantastic. And so many good things that are happening from in Pahrump, thanks to the folks at the coalition. And we want to thank you very much for coming here again and sharing with us all of the good things we have. And you'll be here again and again and again, because that's what Community Viewpoint's all about, the positive aspects of the valley here, the Pahrump. So we thank you. We thank Jeff. We thank you for watching Channel 46. I'll get that off next week.
Thanks for the tie-dye.
Oh, yeah.
Next time.
Next time. All right. Thanks a lot, folks. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.